welcome to We Got a Podcast, a podcast about Dragon Ball from A to Z, from Earth to Namek to Sadala. We cover it all. My name is Randy.
And I'm Doug.
And I'm Snip, Snap, Snip, Snap, Ken.
Ooh, I understood that reference. We are here every other week to talk your ear off about fights, goofs, and everything else in the Dragon Ball cosmos. This episode, we're going to be doing some ranking on some different things like parents and senseis. But first, I got to ask that age-old question. Doug, how you doing?
I'm just thinking about snip, snap, snip, snap. Do you know how many?
the toll that takes on a man?
That's great. I'm doing fantastic. I've been on my Ava kick recently, still going strong. Because I showed my friend the first two rebuilds. She's first time seeing anything Ava related ever, and she really had a great time watching them. But yeah, and because like that, I want to watch the third one. But I'm like waiting for her to do that, so I've been watching the series again, and just how great that is too. And watching that, still so many questions I have about the series. So I go back and watch our podcast about them and about the rebuild movies. And man, it's like I'm surprised seeing myself, Doug, saying some words on there like, "Oh, you get some of these things that I'm confused about currently," because it's been a minute. Super fun though, and I'm still like, there's so many instances in the podcast where I'm just like, "Why is this?" And then every time Ken is just like, "We'll get there." And I was like, God dang it.
Did we get there?
I think so, yeah. But it's just been I wish I knew then. But no, it's so many questions still. So many, oh my God. But whatever. It's been fantastic. I had a different friend over. We watched One Cut of the Dead. Have you guys seen that movie?
Oh, yeah, man.
Fantastic movie. I loved it. I totally didn't know what to expect. I knew it was going to be like a film crew doing it, but I didn't know about the layers, it was awesome.
See, I walked in knowing nothing. I just heard like this movie is incredible and it's going to knock your socks off. And for about the first 15 minutes, I was like, somebody pulled a prank on me because this is hot ass. I hate it so much.
I was like, all
and
right,
by the end, hooting, hollering, cheering. I cried. Like, this movie is amazing.
I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Why did an arm just fly in through the room? But whatever. It makes sense when you keep watching. Yeah. But it was a good time. Yeah. But yeah.
Do yourself a favor. Check it out. And then, Doug, if you want some more really good listenings for your Ava knowledge search, I would recommend a little show called Thinking Too Hard About Anime. About 2 years or so ago, they went through and they did the entire TV series and they did the rebuilds. And there's a lot of really cool info in there that we did not cover. So
okay, cool.
I would definitely check those out. I haven't listened to the TV show stuff that they did. I just listened to their rebuilds, but it was good. Good stuff.
I've been stumbling upon like just random YouTube videos of people doing video essays on it, and they gloss over the same things that everyone else glosses over. I'm like, no, go back to the Door of Guff or whatever. I wonder what the hell is that? The Door of Guff, and then we move on over here to Ray. Like, wait.
No. Go back in the door.
Everyone just that's what gets you so mad. Everyone just accepts everything. Like, why?
There's only so far you can go, Doug, before you just have to be like, it's a TV show. You just have to accept it and roll with it.
I'm done.
Okay. Well, Ken, how have you been?
I'm going to start saying that at the end of something. I'll just be like, I'm done. I'm done talking. And then we can move on.
Over.
So first of all, I've been talking about this Toyotaro Dragon Ball AF article I've been working on for Kanzenshuu Wiki. Definitely go check it out. I'm continuing to add stuff in there, finding out stuff that I never knew before, which means, dear listener, we will be revisiting Toyotaro Toybles AF. I'm announcing it here publicly, overriding Randy and Doug. Sorry.
He didn't check with us.
Did you get the okay, Randy? Did you?
I didn't. No, sorry. I think that would be a great idea.
There's so much context I can give to it now. And plus, Doug is also on the other side of having read Toyotaro's Dragon Ball Super stuff, so he can appreciate it in a different way. He's pre-ordered Zycor figures, as I have as well. So totally.
That's the addiction side of me, or
big Dragon Ball AF fans over here. But I wanted to shout out Ryris Rune, who is an Argentinian fan, I believe, who's been doing like a lot of research into like a lot of Dragon Ball AF research, believe it or not, is like lost media because it's all from the early 2000s, and you really have to go hunting stuff down to kind of get a date range for when stuff took place. So like I always assumed that Zycore was a design from Toyotaro Toyable. It's not. He lifted it from some other people. So we could go into all of that when we do our Dragon Ball AF Revisited. I would love to do that. But shouts out to Ryerson for helping me out with some of the details with Zycore specifically. I have also been playing Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, thanks to the new decomp, recomp, whatever comp you want to call it, that came out. Playing it with the Twilight Princess HD texture pack. Guys, this is a good-ass game. I am having a real fun time with it. It feels nice to dive back into the Zelda formula after 2 games of this Breath of the Wild type run wherever you want, do whatever you want, to get back into that structured, go get these 3 or 4 things, get your Master Sword, another 3 or 4 things, beat the game. And it's really fun to have those constraints again, which sounds super strange, but after having so much freedom, it's nice to return to that. And Randy, you have also been playing it, right?
This is true. I also have been doing that. I'm not very far. Like, I just got my fishing rod. I was just, poking around. Although it did take me a long time because I'm like, I'm throwing a bird at a monkey. Give me that. Oh, I need to go further, closer, and then I can get that cradle thing. But I've been meaning to actually like sit down and play it because I think that
Randy's reaching for something.
Yeah, he got up out of his seat. You could probably hear that, though.
Yeah, you probably could. I think I might use this with it, which is like a kind of the Retro Fighters Nintendo
Mad Cats.
GameCube. Yeah, the Mad Cats. It's like a GameCube controller, but, with 2 regular sticks and things, but like, the actual GameCube layout. And I think that might be pretty fun. And I'll get some use out of it. I played Metroid Prime Remastered with it, which worked out great. And then also some Resident Evil 4 remake, which was, kind of a neat thing to do.
Well, I'm ritzy over here, so I'm playing with the actual GameCube controller, the Nintendo Switch Online one, which a lot of people don't know. Steam natively knows these controllers.
No way.
So if you have the official Nintendo Switch Online controllers, NES, SNES, N64, that Genesis one they put out, and the GameCube controller, you can just plug these in. Steam will go, oh, hey, you plugged in a GameCube controller. And anything you run through Steam it just knows it, and it works. It just works. So it's been really fun to play this game as intended, because I've only ever played the Wii version. And so to get to play the GameCube version where Link is properly sinister and not grossly right-handed like he was in the Wii version, where Doug, if you didn't know, they flipped the game for the Wii because of how people would hold a Wiimote.
The Wiimote. Oh.
Yeah, so that Link would be in the same hand. But the GameCube has restored order, restored faith in creativity and in the original version of the game. And so I'm having a lot of fun playing it. But
that's awesome. How far are you?
Yeah. Well, I'm about 5 or 6 hours in. I just freed Eldin, and I'm working my way up Death Mountain. So like I just restored the light, and I'm about to go up Death Mountain.
Because it's like Pharaon and then Eldin. Is that the order that it goes?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I still remember
Never played that game.
You should give it a go.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Maybe, yeah.
It is very Ocarina of Time point to it. And I'm done talking.
Okay. I don't really have a lot to talk about just because I've been doing a bunch of different random crap. But one thing that I will share is that recently I used my 20th anniversary DualShock 4 controller as kind of my go-to wireless controller for my Steam Deck because I do a lot of PS1 emulation.
I hate you so much. I'm so jealous. I always wanted that controller and I never bought it because I'm an idiot.
I got it off of eBay maybe 4 years ago and I paid like $60 for it. So it wasn't too bad. It's secondhand.
Which
but I've seen
this
it
one again?
Much higher. This is the PS4 controller.
Grab again. He's reaching.
Yeah, Randy's got like multiple locations where he stockpiles controllers and he's
They're all in the same room.
Yeah.
They're all in
I
this
have
room.
a problem. So, like, this is the 30th anniversary PS5, but this
I've got
is
that.
the 20th anniversary PS4.
Oh.
So,
neato.
Well, now that I'm looking at them both side by side, I think I'm okay with just the PS5 one. I think I'm all right.
yeah, just having the PS5 one is fine. But I feel like this one, I like using the DualShock 4 one because it is closer to the shape of original PS1 and PS2, but it's larger and fits in my adult hands better. I went back and I tried a 6-axis controller a couple of years ago to play Metal Gear Solid 4, and I'm like, this thing is so tiny.
Yeah, the way that people talk about the Wii U gamepad like it's a Fisher-Price thing, I think everyone has collectively forgotten how the PS3 controller feels, because that feels like a children's toy.
Yeah. So this one, the thing is I've had this for a few years, and I noticed that the battery was kind of dying faster than I wanted it to. So I looked it up. Very easy to replace batteries in a PS4 controller. So I bought a replaceable battery. Now, the back of this thing says it's 800 milliamp hours. When I opened it, it said it was 1,000 on the battery. I'm like, oh, well, okay. But my replacement is 2,000. So it should be lasting much longer.
You're juicing.
Yeah. So I replaced that. But then I had a problem where the spring for my L2 was broken and I couldn't get it back in. So then I ended up having to buy another kit that is just more triggers and springs. Got that in, put it in there, and now it's all back together, except for now the R2 feels a little loose because the L2 is newer spring and a tighter thing.
I see, yeah.
So I think I'm going to have to open it back up.
If you're feeling like doing some controller repair when you come here, it's not repair, but I do need to switch out the shells of my Joy-Cons.
Oh, I've done that once. I don't like it, but
well,
I
these
can
are
do
the
it.
Joy-Con 2s, which I understand are easier to deal with.
Oh,
There's
really?
no soldering involved.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I didn't have to do that the first time.
one.
Yeah, I didn't have to do that with the first one, which I had to try and repair my husband's Skyward Sword shelled Joy-Cons because he was having stick drift. Turns out it wasn't normal stick drift because I replaced the stick, still had a problem where I'm like, it's got to be something else in here. Don't know what that is, so that's in a box somewhere. If you know what it is, listener, let me know. I would love to know what I need to do to fix that. But I also, this battery came in a 2-pack, so I have a second PS4 battery, Ken, if you need to replace your PS4 controller for anything. So
I've got 3 of them, and they maybe see 10 minutes of use a year, so I think that's
very fair. Yeah, this has just been my go-to, at least until I get that Steam controller. So Valve, I'm waiting on that email. I have my reservation in. Give it to me. But other than that, just watching things here or there. But that's been my main thing, and I don't want to... I'm done.
Okay. Perfect. But as you guys mentioned earlier,
who needs segues?
Oh, yes.
Now we got a pod.
We just say, it is topic time.
Yes.
And then we just start talking about it. So, Ken, you had come up with this really great idea to make things a little easier before we do another episode in just a few days. So we're doing some ranking.
Yeah, and let's just jump right into it. All right, so I wanted to do another ranking one. These are fun. They provoke great discussions, and they're also super easy to edit because I usually leave a lot of crosstalk in and a little bit behind the scenes on this kind of thing. So the first one...
Not me, though. I go in and I fix it. Like right there, Ken started talking, but I talked over him.
What a joke.
I dropped it so fast you didn't even know. First thing we're going to do here is that we're going to rank Dragon Ball parents. Okay.
Ooh,
you hear a lot about
mommies.
You hear a lot about like bad dad when it comes to Dragon Ball. Well, let's go through all of the parents, okay? As with past rankings that we've done, I'm just borrowing this from someone who created something on Tier Maker. I'm not making my own. So I think this is just going to be where we're at with this one. If they I could already tell you they left out Piccolo Daimao. So we're going to have to get him in a second. But
oh no.
So I want to say, let's just go ahead and start here. The first person on this list, all right, so we've got S, A, B, C, and D. I think there may have been some more options, but we're just going to stop at D.
There's E and F.
Yeah, we're stopping there? We're just going to stop there. For purposes of me showing the screen like this also.
That's very fair. Before we had done this, you had shared the link. So I went ahead and I made my list. So it's going to be interesting to see how I get talked out of certain things by Ken, who's very good at that. So,
all right, so we're going to start here with Dr. Brief, okay? Randy, where did you place him?
So I just went with my gut, and I put him in A just because he's not obstructive in anything. I would think that, thinking about it off screen, very supportive of Bulma in her, wanting to explore technical engineering and things like him. Probably, helping her out with things here or there.
Supportive or neglectful?
See, I went with supportive. For some of my other choices, I put them lower because I'm like, neglectful. He gets special props because, I don't know, man. I feel like if he didn't have his lab around, we wouldn't have our story because she wouldn't have been able to, build a Dragon Radar as easily.
We don't get much about Dr. Brief, right? But
no.
My argument
it could be. So Well, go ahead.
My argument in favor of supportive, and I agree with A. I think that's a solid place to put him. My argument in for A and for supportive is at the end of Jocko when they go to pick up Tights, and he brings Bulma along.
Oh,
A chance to meet
I forgot
about-
to meet this guy who's trying to build a time machine, and he brings his daughter along. That's including her in this world.
That's
I
true.
forgot about the Jocko of it all because like we do get like I was gonna argue that we don't know if like Bulma was neglected because she only got Dr. Brief's like respect once she became smart, so she forced herself to be smart. But no, she was smart from the get-go. Typical gag stuff like this little 2-year-old that can build a ray gun that stops time.
And
Now-
look, if Bulma turned out all right and Tights turned out all right, I'm thinking he had a hand in that.
In GT, we know that Trunks was like running the day-to-day of Capsule Corporation, but did they ever get into the nitty-gritty of like Bulma owns it and Trunks is just like president? Or where did that... But either way, Dr. Brief, he didn't sell Capsule Corporation. He kept it in the family. Whether Bulma or Trunks, at some point you probably went through Bulma, but he kept it in the family. I'm going to say A, I think supportive.
Now, let's take a look at the technocrat angle.
Okay.
This guy would super be into Bitcoin. He would also be all in on AI and things like that.
I don't know. He was always.
I think it's out of just curiosity that he would be into them,
Right.
that he would have had his own ape, not in like a, this is the next big grift, but like, I'm curious about what this is. Let me check it out.
Yeah, he never seemed like
That's
it was about
fair.
the money. It's all about like the passion, the science of it all. Like we can go to space now quicker. I'm gonna check this out.
Yeah. And
Right.
remember,
I'm gonna put an espresso machine in here. We could launch now, but I need an espresso machine
Yeah.
in here for my guy.
Goku wanted to take off, and then Dr. Brief was like, well, hold on, I got to put the sound system in. And then Goku's like, I ain't got time for that. And he gets out of there. Yeah, he's a man of science in every way. And he passed that on to his kids. Well, I mean, I guess to Bulma.
Nice.
Tights ran off to write books. That's her own.
Yeah, she did her own thing, and he let her, I guess, in a
Yeah.
better word.
Okay, so this brings us to Vegeta. I think this one, Randy, where did you put Vegeta?
He is the other one in my A rank above Dr. Brief.
Whoa, really?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm looking at Vegeta in his entirety through to the end. You know, he hugs his son. One of the last few things he does before he sacrifices himself. Takes him to the amusement park, like he said he was going to. He trains with this kid.
One time.
He's trained with him for years. Come on. You know,
if I think about
dude, he loves his kids.
if I think about Vegeta as a father holistically, I would almost be convinced to put him in S.
Yeah, me too. He's
Whoa.
very high A.
You guys are off your rockers.
But
you guys have been abused. You guys need to talk about this because this is a horrible father that kind of redeems himself near the end.
Okay,
And that's
okay.
it. That
So where is the horrible? I'm genuinely asking, and I love this. This is why we do these ranking episodes. I'm genuinely asking, where is the horrible father aspect for you?
if you take Vegeta and turn it into a real life person as a father, the things he does, it's kind of like a very dismissive, don't talk to me unless you have my respect kind of father, and just like I don't approve of your gay friends, but yeah, you can hang out with them kind of dad.
Okay, but I'm
That's the vibe I
asking
get
for
from Vegeta.
I'm probing for specific examples. So like the attitude that you're saying he has in the beginning, I buy that. Well, I buy that with Trunks, future Trunks, because that was him
Right.
learning to be a dad, really thrust into this relationship. He's got a 1-year-old, right? And what kind of relationship does
Yeah.
anyone have with a baby? I'm not a parent. I don't know. But to me, it's just like this thing could barely think. I feed it.
Yeah.
I make sure it's alive. There you go. But now he's thrust of like, oh, this guy is now way older, 18, I don't know, 19, however old Trunks was at that point. And now he's thrust into having a relationship with this guy. And then they train together. And as I've talked before, like Kakarot expounds on some of that happened. So I don't buy bad dad. I buy learning dad who is always improving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely always improving. And you're right. Once he gets his real Trunks, that from baby, maybe after for the first chunk there, when he was like neglectful of Bulma and Trunks when they got blown up by Jiro, that was pretty bad. But you're right. It was thrust upon. Well, no, that was his baby. But he definitely grew from that. You're right, to a much better father. So overall, I would agree with you guys.
Right. And so even though, Super GT, two different branches of post-Boo activity, Vegeta, they've always shown that like Vegeta's relationship with his second child is vastly different than his first, probably for two reasons. Probably because Bra's a girl, and then also probably because he's just learned so much and mellowed so much from his first child.
Yeah.
And so I think, Vegeta, in all manners of speaking, is a journey of a character. And I think by the time that we get to Bra, I think I think with her, he's S tier dad in GT or Super.
Yeah. I was just arguing for arguing's sake. I agree. Vegeta's a great.
So
No, I like it.
I could go S or A. Randy already put him at the highest of A.
Yeah, we could put him up into S. I'm not against this.
You
It's
think?
just there are some other ones that I think are edge him out.
Okay.
So
Okay, then I think top of A, so I'll put him above Dr. Brief here. Okay. All right, so Bardock, and let me scroll down a little bit. So this is let's consider this all Bardock.
Okay.
sure,
Okay.
the Omni
That
Bardock.
makes it a
Yeah.
little tough, but yeah.
The
Okay.
platonic form of Bardock. Randy, where did you put him?
C.
C,
So
okay.
keep in mind when I was putting all these together, I was going S to F. So things can get shuffled around here. But I put him in C because thinking about it, we've got our original OVA. He acknowledges he has one son. Doesn't talk about Raditz, by the way. And is just like, whatever, man. Doesn't really think much about him. And then we have Super, where he comes to visit him in the tank. Like, how often does he come and do this? I don't think it's very often. I think there's some more stuff in the, what is it, the granola arc of things. I don't remember all the ins and outs there. But, like, I don't know. He's very dismissive and not really into it. He saves Goku, I guess, in the Super variant. But.
Yeah. But as a Saiyan father, that's kind of the norm, isn't it? It is very like...
Oh, so now we're getting into cultural relativity in as terms of like father abilities in terms of Japanese humans and
you ask any Saiyan of not noble birth, and they're probably just doing the same thing. We're like, well, my son's going to get shipped off, so why get attached? Which doesn't excuse him for being a bad father.
I think in also terms of being like, no, I'm going to just say C. I agree. I think this is a kind of a safe place to put him. Because I don't think he's awful, right? He does have his moments, whether he's soliloquizing or however, giving a soliloquy about his son, seeing him in the future, or if he is shipping Goku off with Gine to another planet and then also worrying about his other son. This guy is still a part of a murder squad. And I think he's not the world's greatest role model. And so I think he's not the worst dad in the world. Like, he never actively tries to ruin the lives of his children. So I think C, just put him there.
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree with C. What was the thing that Toriyama said about like Goku and his relationships? Is that a Saiyan thing or is that a Goku thing where it's like, I look at them all as family, or what was the wording he used? But could that also be with Saiyans and how like Bardock is like, I just see, I don't have a hate or love for this child, but it's a thing that I care for.
Well, it'd be different for Bardock because Bardock didn't hit his head as a wee babe, and
that's what I was wondering. Was the Toriyama thing a Goku thing?
Okay, we've got Bulma. Randy?
I put her in B. That's right. I put her below Vegeta.
Whoa, Vegeta.
And I can't remember exactly why.
Just because she smokes. Oh my gosh.
She does smoke, which is a very bad influence on a young child. I do not approve of that. As a person who grew up in a house where both adults were tobacco users, I don't like that at all.
Briefs was a smoker too.
Yeah, but I don't think...
in the picture, he's smoking.
Oh God, is it Panty? Is that his wife? And then that was used for something else too? Or is it
Panchi?
Bikini?
It's Bikini. That's the Kakarot lore. Yeah.
Okay. Either way, I was just like, I don't know. she doesn't. I don't know. It just said B to me. I can't really explain why. Where would you put Bulma?
I'd put A.
I would put A as well, because if you also have to think about her relationship with future Trunks as well, and the way that she is so motherly with him. Well, I mean, what she learns when she's not hitting on him, but
Right.
later on, when she knows that it's her son. And then also just the relationship that she has with Trunks, like how protective she is of him, and also like on his side during the tournament as well. Like there's a whole rivalry with her and Chi-Chi, but she takes a lot of pride in Trunks. I don't think there's a whole lot of her and Bra outside of what we see in Super, like the little bit of she's got Bra with her in the Broly movie, and then she's got Bra with her for the entirety of the Moro arc, pretty much, and then having Satan like take care of. I think I'm okay putting her below Vegeta, but I would sandwich her between Vegeta and Dr. Brief. An improvement
okay
on her
with Vegeta's
father. Because Vegeta, I think by the end, I mean, he's like number one. I'm still not ruling out S tier. Let's see where we get with the rest of these guys.
I'm wondering though, should she be higher than him? Because like she's been there for all of their kids.
She's been a
all of
constant.
the time.
Yeah.
A constant.
Okay.
So, but Smoker, I can't forget this. So
Just
yes,
can't. That's a
she
deal
does
breaker
go
for Randy.
below. She
Man.
goes below
We've got
the
someone-
genocidal maniac.
There's someone listening to this podcast right now that just took a big drag off and then flicked their cigarette and then unsubscribed to the show.
Unsubscribed.
Looked at a picture of Randy.
Yeah.
On his
Okay, so where are we putting Bulma? Below Vegeta?
below Vegeta, above Brief. Is
I
where
guess below
put it.
Vegeta.
All right.
I don't see anything wrong with her though. As a parent, she's there.
Okay.
Smoke.
I think there's one right answer for this. Next one, which is Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi?
And Randy, where did you put her in the correct position?
The position I didn't really think about, but she is in S tier.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's
Look.
a mama through and through.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. She cares about her kids. She very much wants nothing but the best for them. Even if it's like, yeah, but she's pushing them to do this. Like, Gohan does love studying. It's just that sometimes you got to go fight a bug man to save the Earth.
Does he, or
And, like,
did she instill that in his mind that you love you want to be a scholar so bad?
You can't be
I think
4
she
years old
forced-
and be like reading about cicadas normally, just out on your own. So,
Yeah, he is a savant in many ways, but I mean, in both, his academics and his fighting, he is. And
and then when
Chi-Chi-
Goten comes along, she does kind of like, Goten wants to, or did Goten want to fight, or did she like teach him?
he's just a lost cause. There's no way he's got any more than 2 brain cells. She's not wasting her time trying to get that
I've got
boy to
the
learn
scholar
to read.
already over here.
I believe it's that she did train him, and the first time he went Super Saiyan was against her, right?
Right.
That is, I believe, anime only, not in the manga.
Does
So-
it contradict the manga?
Still.
No, but I just wanted to point out that,
He wanted to actually real
No,
quick.
hey, I'm all about actuallying. Thank you, Randy, for showing off that knowledge. But so yeah, Chi-Chi, number one. I mean, look at Dragon Ball Z movie 1, dude. Come on, she goes Kaioken or whatever.
She goes,
Whatever.
no, that's the Garlic Jr. arc.
Oh, right,
In
right.
Movie 1, she does zoom right towards Ginger or
got him
whatever
again,
his-
Randy.
Yeah. Damn.
Actually, that was a Garlic Jr. filler only.
I got all this Chi-Chi knowledge in my head. Come at me,
I was
bro.
kind of suspicious with that.
So
one, yeah.
with us having Vegeta, I feel like Vegeta is the equator here of parents. And so I'm looking at the rest of these, and if Vegeta is top of A tier, I have to imagine, Randy, that you then put our next parent, Gohan, in S.
Gohan's not next. You skipped one.
Who am I got?
Satan.
Well, let's do Gohan. He's next on mine.
All right.
Okay.
Gohan in
I
S.
put him in D.
Are you serious?
D.
All I could think about was in Superhero of him just like not keeping up on what his daughter's up to and then having to show it, be like, oh, she's kidnapped, and not knowing that's like, this girl doesn't have to worry about this. Like, clearly
that is-
super negligent there.
Forgot about superhero. Yeah.
Yeah, it does kind of cast a shadow over everything here. It's
Tell me why you think it's higher, because like I'm not thinking about the GT of it all. I'm not thinking about anything else. Like all I got is superhero going on.
well,
up
you know
here
what?
for that.
I think it's because I was thinking about the amorphous idea of Gohan and thinking that that necessarily translated to fatherhood. But then as I also think about GT, we talked about this at the time, but when the evil dragons are taking over and Pan flies off with Goku, Gohan and Videl do not go after them. And then we even get like a whole scene where Gohan's like, something's not right. Oh, well. And okay, D, I think, you've sold me very quickly.
Well,
I think, Randy, I think
in defense of superhero Gohan as a father, I feel like that's just like a crack in just a moment of weakness where a father gets like he's like in charge of like this like presentation that's coming up. He's really focused on this work and is really like studying on it. But then when he finds out that his daughter's kidnapped, he like switches that and like goes haywire to get her back.
Okay, but beyond that, what are the arguments in favor of him being any higher?
He's there. He's there, man.
He doesn't die for 7 years. It says, good luck, see you when you die.
Yeah.
Right? Like he doesn't seem like a necessarily like a doting father. Like I can think, I almost feel like I think more about Piccolo and Goku as fatherly figures to her than even Gohan. I'm like totally anti-Gohan. Randy, what have you done to me? I'm like, I'm on the Gohan hate squad right now.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I just don't think that he shows enough of like an interaction with his kid to really be like, I don't know, like clearly he's excited when he learns that he's going to be a father, but like, what is he doing with that? He's just very much into his work.
It's the unfortunateness of having to show Goku at the end of Z having a nice time with Pan instead of it being Gohan. It's like, well, it's Goku. We have to do that, of course. But if it was a Gohan and Pan moment that they got to walk around and play with enjoy the festival before the tournament, that would change things a lot. But yeah.
All right, D. See you. Smell you later, Gohan.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Mr. Satan. And technically B
Mr.
as well,
Satan.
but...
Look, they're pulling double duty there.
Yeah.
Who knows? I think Mr. Boo is also helping out, probably. Who knows? This man went an S tier right below Chi-Chi. So,
I would say I think he's unchallenged top of S tier.
okay, I'm not against this.
Unchallenged
Again,
best here.
for these ones, I just kind of like plopped them in. For the lower ones, I'm like, okay, let's really be meticulous about where these are going. But I was just like, yep, Mr. Satan's up an S.
So in Mr.
What's your
Satan,
argument for that?
Right, for Mr. Satan here, I'm not going to just say he's a great father, right? But then that also, I'm going to translate parent as also grandparent, and the relationship between him and Pan. Remember Dragon Ball GT episode 2, right? The whole thing with the coffee and the parfait, and then Mr. Satan switches them out because the parfait's for him. And his relationship with Pan has always been strong, and both in GT and also in Super as well. He loves
his Z, like when both Goku and Pan show up at his office before the actual tournament, like he is just like so excited to see her.
Yeah.
And it's very clear, like granted we don't see him and Videl doing a lot together, but the way that she talks about him and that, you know, they train together and things like that. Like
the thing though, I don't think it's
he's a single dad, man.
Yeah, that's
Come
points.
on.
It's true, he's a single dad.
single
too.
parent
That's
is a lot of
huge.
points.
The grandparent thing doesn't really vibe with me because there's been plenty of cases in the real world where like they're made great grandparents, but they weren't great parents. So you see the middle, the parents are just like looking at the grandparent like, what, I didn't, where was this love? I didn't get any of this when you were raising
Looking
me.
at it,
You're
looking at it
describing
in
my
a
grandpa.
vacuum. Looking at it in a vacuum, sure, but look at how him and Videl get along. You know, it's very clear that he is also a good dad.
Yeah, at the end of Z when they reunite
granddad.
again and hug and just like, oh, it's
Him showing up at her bedside,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
Him
So-
supporting her, like, you know, training and being out there.
So I think it's no question he's S. It's just, is he more S than Chi-Chi?
Yeah. I want to give it to Chi-Chi.
Okay.
Just because
Really?
she has to raise 2 kids.
Yeah.
He only had to do 1.
Technically, Chi-Chi.
She's also functionally an only parent, if you think about it.
Single parents, no matter how many kids, are all superheroes. We're just saying in this case.
Okay. All right. Now here's going to be the most controversial one. Where are we with Goku?
I put him in B below Bulma, but tell me what you guys think.
We put Bulma in A, I think.
Is that where? Yeah, we did put her in A. I put her at top of B, but he is not the bottom of B, but he's down there.
Okay, his relationship with Goten, pretty piss poor and dismissive.
But that's substantial or unsubstantial, whatever.
They spent a day together.
He didn't know he was going to be having another kid. He sacrificed himself. It's like he couldn't really just like develop a relationship with Goten in those early years.
Right, but
And
then I'm also
day.
looking at like where that relationship goes by the end of Z, and Goten's like, man, I really don't want to, and Goku's like forcing him to do this anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's really not until Trunks comes along that Goten gets energized about it.
Yeah.
But that's so typical teenager energy of just like rebelling or whatever it is.
But also he didn't really have, a full relationship with that man for the first 7 years of his life.
Yeah.
So now the last 10 years have been like, he doesn't know anything about me other than I want to do this. Like Gohan is always, I don't know if he's not like always been, I love to fight and for fighting's sake, but like they get along well for that. They go fishing, he promises them that. Like,
yeah,
they spend that time together in the 10 days between or before the Cell games. And like, I just feel like it's one of those things where he's a good dad when you are into the things that he's into. But other than that, he's like, I don't
right.
really
Because
care.
even the first introduction, like he's like when he's explaining Gohan to his friends, he's like, yeah, but he can't fight or anything. Or like he doesn't have that energy. Like he gives them like disappointed, like he's not like me.
Okay, B it is. Sorry, Goku, you middle of the road dad.
I want to fight. I want to say though, you think maybe he's a good dad because he knew he was going to die in the Cell games, so he knocked up Chi-Chi purposely so that Gohan would have a brother.
Well, play Kakarot.
Are you serious? There's just so much in Kakarot.
It's very
right.
sweet. I'll tell you that.
So, we talked about grandparents here. We've got Son Gohan, grandpa, parentheses.
Basically a father.
Effectively
to Goku,
Goku's father, yes.
Yeah.
Where, Randy, because we don't get a whole lot of this character. We have a little bit at the end of the Red Ribbon Army arc, and then we have just kind of what Goku and Roshi have talked about.
Yeah. I put him in S below Mr. Satan because, again, single parent. 2, adoptive dad. Like, he could have just been like, that's none of my business. Moved on. But he took this wild child in, despite this kid, like, wanting to just not have anything to do with him, and nurtured him. Yeah. And, obviously, neglectful, let this kid fall on his head. But we all make mistakes. I fell down the stairs as a child, and I turned out fine. And I don't hate
that makes
my parents.
sense. I mean, yeah, totally fine.
And
thanks, Doug.
He didn't resent his son for killing him.
Exactly.
Not at all. Just to have Goku have that reaction of teary-eyed when he sees him again, the reunion, like he meant so much to him. There was no hate there at all.
Mm-hmm.
No resentment, no nothing.
We said below Satan, right? In S?
I did, but now that I'm thinking about it, this man was like, kid, you can lay on my nuts if you want. Like, that's all right.
They were hicks in the country. Like, there's just gotta
right.
Up somehow.
Doug's making a lot of excuses for some questionable fatherly behavior.
You're making me be the devil's advocate. I'm like, all right, now I gotta defend ball sleeping, ball pillows.
It's just us guys. What's wrong with this?
Right,
but is say S though?
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Still, it's like, is that
what
worse
you were saying,
than
Randy?
Vegeta?
What you were saying, Randy, about like how he took in this wild child. Some could say like he was the only one capable of taking care of this wild child, like to keep him in line, and because he's this martial arts master who like could contain him, and then yeah, unfortunately he fell off and knocked his head. But he's probably like an unruly child at that point, just like trying to get away and everything, and fell
he was
off.
just rowdy and fell out of that backpack.
Rowdy. Exactly.
So we know that Roshi knew about this because he tells everyone that Gohan told him about this. but that he never met Goku. So while Gohan is away telling Roshi the story, what was going on with Goku? Who was watching him? Or was he old enough by that point to be left alone?
Well, this must have been after he bumped his head, right? Because then how else would Roshi know about the
told
bumping
Roshi
head
the
thing?
story,
So maybe
yeah.
while he's recovering and knocked out and everything, Roshi went to go look for help.
Is it a possibility that Gohan had a Kinto-un as well, and it's just like, Goku, I'm going to go visit an old friend. If you could catch some fish for us for later, that'd be great. And then he zooms off, hangs out with his buddy, has a drink in the afternoon, and then comes back for dinner time.
Yeah.
Like, look,
or a car.
It's Japan. It's Japan. These kids are out here running errands and paying their taxes, and they're at the age of 6. Like, he could leave this kid alone for a little bit, and he'll be
What's
fine.
Goku going to do? Fall off another cliff?
If someone reading or listening to this feels so inclined, here's your great idea for like a Pulitzer Prize winning 10-page manga of Gohan going to visit Roshi and where this conversation takes place. I think you could do something really thematically special with that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we keep thinking like this isn't like a long time ago. They just didn't have much means, but maybe they had a phone. They had phones.
That's true.
It feels like eons ago before phones were invented because of where they are. But this world has dinosaurs and president dogs.
That's true.
That's true. They got everything.
Gyumao. I mean, he's
put
got to be
him-
an S, right?
As a grandparent,
Yeah, I put him in C.
As a
above
parent.
Bardock.
C? Single father, wife died in childbirth,
let his house
Letting-
burn down.
or she died
Letting
of an
his
illness.
daughter go outside dressed the way that she's dressed. Okay,
But
That's a big
Andy,
one.
the culture of that place.
I wasn't the one that was arguing it for cultural relativity. Doug was. Look, she is
He gave
like
her a
12,
weapon.
wearing a bikini. Yeah, what was she doing out there? Like, why did she run into Yamcha? What was she just out gallivanting for? Like, this man is neglectful for that. Like, is he doting? Yes. Does he actually take his parental responsibilities seriously? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I'm with Randy.
So where in C is he? Above or below Bardock?
Above Bardock. He is top C.
Okay.
But below Goku. That's what I'm saying.
But below
Like-
Goku, yeah.
Still higher
Goku's
than
in B.
still higher than Gohan.
Yes. 100%.
Oh no!
This is
Gohan
the
might be
reverse. When we gave Dr. Garo, whatever it was, S tier for villain. Also, we're
right.
missing Dr. Garo from this as well. So let's go ahead and do Dr.
that's
Garo
true.
next, because he's a father.
All right.
Sure.
I mean, you don't know that in the original canon, but we do know that from interviews with Toriyama that 16 was designed after Garo's son, who went by the codename Gold, and his name was Gebo, however you want to Romanize that. So Dr.
listen.
Garo, I mean, we don't
Garo,
really know
evil
him as a
man.
father.
Great father.
Clearly loved his son enough that he wanted to
Clearly,
model a robot after
he
him.
would move heaven and earth to get his son back. He just wanted one more smile of the son he was proud of.
But was that son a Nazi? And then the robot is just kind of like
Right.
very failed
Hey,
and loves
evil man,
birds.
good father.
You see, the culture of the place, Randy, was
The culture, Randy.
Where would I put him? Ugh, he's below Vegeta, I think.
Yes, of
because
You think?
I would put him in B with Goku.
okay, I'm not against this.
Okay, just
For what little we know.
he
For
snagged
the
a baddie.
little
okay?
we know. He did.
And then we don't know anything about her in 16, and because I don't remember the story of Fighters, and I don't think you guys do either. And was she even
Nobody
really that
does.
character? Who knows?
No.
Android 18.
S tier below Gohan.
Okay,
You know what?
so we do know that she and Maron frequently go shopping together, and we know that basically any scene either of them is in Super, the other character is also there, with the exclusion of the Tournament of Power. So they spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
So you said S?
S,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
They
I
seem like
guess-
just like a best mothers and daughters who become best friends even at an early age.
right.
It seems like their vibe.
Marin
Okay.
is also very well behaved, so I think that 18
Yeah.
and Kuroden are doing very good jobs being parents. And
You
yeah,
never get
whenever
the feeling
we
from
see,
Marin that they're like, oh, I want to get away from my parents, like Pan does or whatever, you know?
and the one scene in Resurrection F of her telling Kuroden to go off and fight and protect us from Frieza. And he's like, but you're stronger. You go. And she's like, if things go bad, I'm stronger so I can protect our daughter. It's like, she cares. She's thinking all of the routes, but always like, how do I make sure that my family is going to be all right?
Hell
So
yeah.
like,
Okay, so we're
That's
in
cute,
S. Higher than Gohan, below Satan.
I put below Gohan because I don't think she would have taken in a rowdy Marin and kept her.
Oh, okay.
But that's just
I don't know.
She'll
Who knows
go
if she
so
put her in
far.
her place.
All right, Kuririn.
I put him because you can't put them on the same thing. He's below 18, but I would
Okay.
put them neck and
there.
neck.
Yeah, I
those
think
are just two solid parents.
he's definitely above the Vegeta line,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and that's a scientific term. Okay,
the Vegeta line. Is that his hairline? Is that where that is?
it could be however you want to interpret it.
Okay,
But I would
But
love
yeah,
to
I mean,
interpretate. That's a
Interpretate,
word.
wow.
Now. I would love to interpretate
Dougism.
King Cold's role as a father.
Oh,
Interesting.
so I put him in B right below Goku because, look, he's there for his son, I guess, but
When he heard that he was
Okay.
defeated, he went looking for him and saved him. And
That's
back in
logically sound with where we just put Gero, in that he would move heaven and earth to get his son back. But there's Kula,
yeah.
and
Is there? Are we really counting a non-canon movie? Like, we can take into GT into account, but that's only because that's in addition to other things.
Kula was
For
the
this-
lost cause brother that just went on his own. And
Doug's got 18 Kula figures, so I think we have to count him. That relationship there, and it's clearly antagonistic.
true. And King Cole definitely has a favorite.
Right. And so if we extrapolate that out, King Cold, does he really deserve to be in B? Yes, he loves Frieza and would move
Does
heaven
he
and earth
even love
for
him though, or is it he's thinking about the business? You know,
business.
no, he's running the business really
Okay.
well, so I need to bring him back.
Okay.
I don't want
So-
to run the business.
Do we put him in C? Is he still above Gohan?
Oh, I put him above Gohan.
How did Gohan get down there again? This is crazy.
We explained it. He's just a bad dad.
Trash
Officially,
father.
King Cold, better dad than Gohan.
I mean,
Bottom of C?
there's not enough.
Because if we put him bottom of
Bottom of
C,
C, not
that
against
puts him
us.
with Bardock, where Bardock even forgot Raditz at one point, right?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, it's parallel then with
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cooler.
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Yeah, but they still try to save one son. So, yeah, okay. Okay, we've got...
Yeah.
Yeah.
let me recap everyone real quick, especially for the audio listeners. S tier, in order. These are all in order, okay? So S tier, Chi-Chi, Satan, Son Gohan, Grandpa. Keep that straight. Number 4, 18, then Kuririn. A is Vegeta at the Vegeta line. Bulma, Dr. Brief. B is Goku, Dr. Gero. C is Gyumao, Bardock, King Cold. And D, at the bottom, with a bullet, is Son Gohan.
Perfect.
Okay.
No
Bikini.
argument.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I put her below Gohan because,
Wow.
No.
just the lack of interactions is just kind of I don't remember
She's-
anything.
She's a ditz, but she's like the typical mother role of that time period.
That's true, and she, is, I guess, friendly with Trunks.
Yeah.
I would say top of C. There's
Higher
nothing.
than Gyumao, really.
There's nothing. She didn't send Bulma out in a bikini, now did she? Bulma still goes out in some rather risque outfits, but of her own volition.
Lets her 16-year-old gallivant around the world,
Yeah,
getting into all sorts of trouble.
yeah.
I
Or is
would-
it she just couldn't get in her way? And Tights did the same kind of thing. Yeah.
This is true.
I mean, if we have Dr. Briefs up in A, I'd put them together. It's kind of hard to separate parents like that sometimes.
yeah, put,
When we get such little about their parenting lifestyle, but they've created one competent person, that doesn't hate them.
This is true. If we did give, who was it? Somebody the benefit of the doubt. I think it was Dr. Brief, because like both their kids turned out okay. So like she should be sharing some of the credit there. It can't all just be the man.
All right. We'll pair her up.
Yeah, let's put her up there with Brief.
Okay. This one should be pretty easy. Paragus.
See, when I had
Still
F,
above Gohan.
still somehow above Gohan. No, I put him in F. But since now we only have D, I would put him below Gohan, just because I don't think he cared about Broly as a person. Just what ends he could, give him.
I agree. Terrible dad.
But so did Bardock. Well, except for minus Bardock.
Yeah,
dude lived with his son for 40 years alone on a planet. Like,
and still
but did he do any raising? He like scared off his only friend.
Yeah.
He's very,
and then enslaved him in the Z movie.
He might be the worst dad here that we've got. I mean,
That's
Piccolo
why
Daimao
he was the only one in F for me.
Okay, King Vegeta the Third, if you will, if you're nasty.
Yeah. So I put him in E. So I would again put him now here in D between Gohan.
Hey, I would say
Paragus.
S tier. He provided for Vegeta. He gave him a kingdom.
Yeah, let's set aside how he achieved all of those things.
Right.
And Randy, so what is your reasoning for where you placed King Vegeta the Third?
I guess it's just because he doesn't really do much with him other than it's like while you're provide. I mean,
give him a planet.
I don't know. I just felt like he didn't really have a connection with him. So, Vegeta never talks about him. Let that sink in.
Okay. Below Gohan. Above Paragus.
Really?
Now,
look, Vegeta cries when he dies from Frieza. Does not say a thing about took my father, who is such an important person in my life, away from me. Doesn't give a.
But does that make him a bad dad?
Yes.
Again, bad person might be a good dad though.
Where are we placing
Videl?
Videl? Yeah.
I put her right up there in B after Bulma. But I'm
so
can't
above
tell
Goku
you
now, yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell you why, because I'm trying to think of like specific interactions she has with Pan, and like she calls Piccolo to be like, could you go pick her up from kindergarten? And gosh, what else does she do?
Well, she's busy because she runs a dojo. So, she's a busy working woman. We actually see that dojo in the last chapter of Super that ever came out, I think, if I'm remembering things correctly.
Really?
I could be totally misremembering that. But then I think about Dragon Ball GT Episode 2, where Pan is just trying to get the attention of both of her parents, and they are both... Man, I think there is a good case for her to be in D with Gohan.
I don't know, guys. I need to say to the viewers too. None of the three of us are parents. We don't know the struggles.
But we have had parents.
Yes, but I'm sure your parents have had moments at like this is too, where they're like, you think your kid is like bugging. You're like, wait, we'll get to you in a second, kind of thing. Every parent, I feel, has gone through that. So to give them that much slack, to bring them down a peg just because of these moments, I don't know.
Look,
guys.
There's no F tier. There's no F tier.
When you say that,
You know what? I think Doug makes a good point. I think that just because we see Videl at her worst as a parent for one singular episode of GT does not mean that colors everything about who she is as a parent.
Thank you, Randy.
And I think look at who Pan is in all these iterations. I'm thinking mostly superhero and end of Z of the manga. She's a very sweet girl. Who do you think is most responsible for this? Because I think that the four, I suppose, most influential people in her life is
Satan.
Goku, Piccolo, Mr. Satan, and Videl. I just think that, those are the big influences on her life. Not so much Gohan.
It's funny the way you characterize Pan, and then I look at like my Oobtober stuff, and that is not the character I've got. So where did you say you want to put her again?
I mean, I put her in B below Bulma, but we've got Bulma in A right now, so
she goes above Goku.
I put her in A, but just for the record, I'd put her in A.
But see, here's the thing: is that she's Bikini, Dr. Brief, Bulma have never been as bad with their kids as Videl was with Pan. So I think she needs to at least stay at top of B is okay. She's not sending...
Now I'm thinking maybe go below Goku, though.
Whoa, what?
Well, now hold on.
Man.
Goku did send Gohan out to Cell, right? Like, that is something we have to...
Yeah.
Like,
because he believed in him.
Yes.
But he didn't understand his own son.
Oh, that's true. Did Videl ever take pond fishing? These are the
Did
questions.
Pan want to go fishing?
She loves everything about Goku. She would want to do anything that he does. So going fishing, absolutely.
Gine.
Either way, she's B. Just throw her somewhere.
Sure.
I'll leave her top of B.
Okay.
Where are we putting Gine?
Mother of the year. Is there a double S tier?
I put her right next to Bardock because I'm like, I mean, she's at home, but like, what does she do? Make sure that the tank didn't turn off? Like, what is...
Okay, but
the lava lamp that is Goku.
we have seen the negative sides of Bardock, which is why he is in C to begin with. But we are not necessarily given the inclination that that's also how Gine was. So I don't think it's necessarily fair to put her in C with Bardock. She knows...
From all we see of her, it's just the caringness, the like...
Yeah, she's aware of Raditz's whereabouts, right?
Let's say, why does Raditz turn out to be a little shit then?
Because he was with Vegeta.
Yeah.
Come on.
He was with Vegeta for like 30 years. That's not true.
Yeah, but he's
20.
Trying to think Super Broly. What does he have to say when he hears about Vegeta being blown up? Does he care about Gine dying?
That's true. No, but I mean, like, as a Saiyan culture, they're like just separated from their parents early on, which I was like, wait, does that mean like Gine is a bad parent for choosing the wrong school? But it's the whole, I think, world that they just sent the kids off, off to battle or whatever at an early age.
And also,
the things that we know about Gine, she cuts meat. She loves Bardock. She loves her kid. There's not a lot to it, I guess.
What else can you ask for?
Vegeta is only like 2 to 5 years older than Goku, timeline-wise. Raditz looked like he was about the same age as Vegeta. So if Raditz here is a 5-year-old being told that his planet blew up, their concept of death may not be the same. I think Gine is like A. Based on what we know and what we can put together from her as a character, I don't think there are any negatives, but I don't think there's enough to put her in S and pass the Vegeta line.
Right. Past the Vegeta line. You're right.
Yeah, if I think about it, putting her in the same league as like Dr. Brief and stuff, like that seems all right. There's no negatives there.
We can go bottom of A. Same kind of thing like with Bikini. There's not necessarily anything negative there, but nothing to really... I mean, she does make the ultimate sacrifice, but yeah. Go ahead.
To put her in between Bulma Vegeta and in between...
Is that just your fan fiction, Doug?
She has a tail.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, that does...
I'm done.
That does a lot.
I'm done.
Okay. And then Piccolo Daimao, where would he go, if you think?
I mean...
too much pressure on his own son before
What about the
born.
other kids? What about Symbol? What about Tambourine? How does he feel about them?
They're tools, yeah.
Yeah.
They're tools, and then his mission for his son to become him. It's very...
But he gave him the opportunities to show themselves. Right?
Now...
His devil's advocate is not working.
Compare him to somebody like, the Grand Elder. I think the Grand Elder cares about all of his kids, which we also don't have on this list. I would put him pretty high up there.
True.
Okay. Put him in S.
So, yeah, why not? Right up there with Krillin.
Still need that S.
And technically,
if you're nasty.
Technically, Frieza's here too. He's a father.
Yeah.
Oh.
Frieza.
What about Chilled? Chilled clearly has.
Technically.
Getting descendants.
So we'll just leave this list as it is. Of course, we did include Dr. Gero. So the official We Got a Podcast parent ranking goes as follows. S, Chi-Chi, Satan, Son Gohan, Grandpa. 18, Kuririn. A, Vegeta, at the Vegeta line. Bulma, Gine, Dr. Brief, Bikini. B, Videl, Goku, Dr. Gero. C, Gyuma. I always look at this picture of him and I forget his name. Gyumao, Bardock, King Cold. D, Son Gohan with a bullet. King Vegeta, Vegeta the Third if you're nasty, and Paragus.
Perfect. I think that's good.
All right. Time to move on to Senseis.
Let's do it.
We're doing another one?
Yeah, we got to make this one a little bit
I
faster.
think we have to blaze through this one a little bit faster. Just like when we did the drip last time, or whatever it was. We went through one of them very detailed, and then I'm like, this one, don't care.
Boom,
D,
boom,
next.
Well, I always keep thinking these should pair up 2 per. But then we go really deep in on one of them, and it's like, oh, shit. I just need to remember, let's just do the one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we love Dragon Ball, and we really care. We have a lot to say about one thing.
Kaio. Randy, did you fill this one out yet?
I did all of this.
Okay.
So
Kaio.
I put Kaio in A because he teaches Goku everything he knows. He doesn't feel he feels a sense of pride, being like, now there's this technique I developed I can't do, but I'm going to teach it to you.
He gets his own sign on the back of Goku's.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
He does the moves that are there forever. Even in Super
around
with Kaioken.
He checks back in.
He's always there,
So-
lending a helping hand.
He enchants
Some
Goku's
messages.
clothes as well, in addition to the
Yeah.
symbol, which is of
Whatever that
no
does.
purpose. But
No. It can deflect weak attacks.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
Does nothing.
Kaio A. Turtle Hermit.
S.
Ooh,
I put him in
super.
super.
Yeah.
The
I think
sensei of all
look-
senseis.
as a sensei, S.
Right.
Yeah. Teaches these boys.
Terrible guy. Great.
Yeah. Teaches these boys very important things. What is it? Rest, work hard, sleep well, eat well,
Yeah.
all these things. Teaches Goku how to read. A Herculean task. Which,
God.
figures that out.
No one asked that, but thank goodness.
And it's also remembering the rest, right? What's the Kame way or whatever it was? It's like all these different. There's the exact thing he says,
Yeah.
but rest is an important part of that, and that's important to remember.
Yeah. I mean, he's so good. He even taught Yamcha. Did Tenshinhan study under him a little bit or no?
No,
Tenshinhan, I think.
I think
But he still
Roshi was
instills
like,
something
I
in him.
can't
Yes.
teach you anything, Tenshinhan. You're find your own path.
yeah, Tenshinhan beats him.
Yeah. And let's think about this. After 4 years, Goku has not gone back to visit Bulma, the first person he met besides his grandpa. What does he do? He goes to reunite with Roshi. I mean, everybody else is there too, but this is the place that he chooses to go to.
Yeah,
So
Kaioshin.
Kaioshin. As a
I put him in
sensei?
D.
D.
This dude teaches nobody nothing.
Okay, but he encourages Gohan to pull that sword out, all the while dealing with racist ass Kibito over here,
Oh, yeah.
breathing
Okay,
down
I
his
forgot.
neck.
Well, he keeps Kibito around.
Oh,
one major problem.
I'm sorry, he's cleared the bar of not racist. Cool. What a great teacher this guy can be. Look, he thinks that Gohan can do it because he's just never seen anybody that strong. He doesn't actually want to teach this guy anything. He's like, I'm desperate. This pink dude's back. You're stronger than me. You probably could do this. And then he keeps Kibito to shut up. But then as soon as the old Kaioshin shows up,
Yeah,
new Kaioshin
He's
is
a
just
bit
in the
of-
background.
Hands off.
He's a bit of an idiot as well. So D is fair. I'll
Yeah.
put him in D. Okay, our father of the year, Son Gohan over here.
Who did this man teach? 'Cause
Goten.
I don't remember anything. I put him in C.
Goten and technically Videl.
Okay, that's true. I forgot about that.
He taught a human
I'm-
who had never used ki before how to fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about that. In any other series, that's a huge deal.
I'm going to put him, because originally he was second to last in C. I would now put him at top of C and maybe into B. for who else I've got in B. So
I would argue B.
Well, then you got to. Well, what about the special OVA, Yo, Son Goku and Friends Return, when he's like teaching Goten and Trunks, how to coordinate well.
Yeah.
He's got it in him.
All right, I'll throw him up to B.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Okay, Vegeta.
Vegeta is bad at it at first, but when we see him with Kaba, I think he's better.
Oh,
and definitely pretty good in the like training room with Trunks in that he lets him train and then they fight a little bit. And I don't know.
But Sensei?
Well, but
Right.
I'm using this in a vague term, right? So just as like a martial or fighting teacher, right? I think Vegeta, you think about Vegeta and all the Vegeta-ness of it, but he knows how to work and train science. And I'm not just saying this because he's the central one who trained Pan in my Oobtober stuff. But I would say Vegeta
a little bias there.
I would say Vegeta is at least above Gohan.
I had him above Gohan in C, so I think that now that you've talked me into Gohan being up there into B, that Vegeta is above Gohan in B.
Okay.
At the Vegeta line.
All right. The Vegeta line, exactly.
He's moved down a rank, but the
Yeah.
Vegeta line.
Okay, what is this guy's name? Karin.
Cotton.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to remember
had
his
him-
name.
I have him in A just because he
Yeah.
does a decent job with Goku, and he's always around to help when anybody needs help, some advice or some beans. He's there.
He's got his own set of skills too, where like he can detect energy. Like Goku went to him before the Cell games, like, "Hey, let me show you what I got. Can you compare that to Cell?" That was a kind of cool thing that they, like a skill set that he has a usefulness.
Yeah. Of all people to go to, Karin is an interesting choice there.
Right.
And he's
I guess
kind
Kami's
of
not around anymore.
he's the first step in Goku's Ultra Instinct journey, if you think about it, but not
That's
too
true.
hard.
Not too hard, but a little bit.
So
I
below
have him in
Kaio.
A, below Kaio.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Kami-sama. God, if you're nasty.
Yeah.
I put him in B. From the things that we have here, I would say that he's above Vegeta. He trains a lot of people. A lot of people are very happy with his training. They don't have any complaints about it. But,
I don't know.
I also
I'd put
feel
him in
that,
A.
I don't know. Here's the thing. We'll get to
He's
it. But, I don't think he actually does much of a job compared to, say, Popo. So I would say that Kami is below Popo.
Yeah, but through Popo was Kami's teachings.
Well, we have Popo on here too, so we have to think about.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kami probably did at least teach Goku that demon swipe or whatever that Piccolo recognized in the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai. Because he said that's a demon clan technique. Would Popo have taught him that? I don't know. But yeah, that's the only really. Mm-hmm.
We know that Popo is from the demon realm. Thanks, Daima.
Ken.
If I edited it out and made it much shorter, silence there, Ken was quiet and staring for a good bit.
So where did you put Kami again?
I put him in B, but since now we've got other people up in B, I would
So
still put him higher. So I'd put him top of B.
We're above the Vegeta
Above
line?
old Vegeta. Above the Vegeta line. He trains so many more people and competently does so.
Yeah, I would say Vegeta, for what Saiyans are, he competently trains Saiyans. It's not like he's training
Yeah, but
Videl.
Kami trains people like Goku. He trains people like
True.
Yamcha. He trains people like Tenshinhan. People like Yajirobe, a guy who does not want to do jack.
Yeah. Okay. Whis.
S.
For his cryptic and
he's dedicated.
sassy he is.
Yeah, I mean, he teaches him a very useful
Yeah.
lesson that makes him reach ungodliness or godliness.
And, he could be like Kibito and be like, no, this is a godly thing. I'm not even going to let you around here, mortals. But he's like, no, he takes an interest in
Not only
Goku
that,
and
he
Vegeta.
knows how to train people depending on their personalities.
Yeah.
Goku needs to be
'cause
trained a different way than Vegeta does.
Yep. 100%.
Okay. So higher or lower than Turtle Hermit?
I put him lower.
Yeah. Okay.
Lower just because of iconicness. He still gets a sign on a.
True,
What do they?
yeah.
I'm thinking like Sigma, but that's not the word I'm looking for. An insignia.
Signature, an insignia.
Yeah.
Insignia is the word I'm looking for. Keep wanting to call him a Sigma, but it's not not right.
Son Gohan Grandpa.
Oh,
I put this guy in S. I put him below Whis, but like, think of the lessons that he instilled in Goku.
right.
How Roshi reveres him as a teacher.
Yeah. He gives Goku
Can you
that.
chop wood the same way, Ken? I don't think so.
No, I cannot. He gives Goku the framework of which to build upon. So yeah, I'd say
Yes.
S above Whis, below Whis.
No, I put him below
Whis.
Whis.
Sorry, old
Just because of
man.
what we don't see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Piccolo.
it's the ball thing. Whis never was like, come on, Goku, rest your head between my legs. All right. Piccolo, I also put him in S. Like,
Okay.
I'd
You
say
know,
A.
that's fair. I mean, he does throw this 4-year-old in the wilderness for like 9 months.
He, as a trainer, he does know what to do, and
Yeah, and that's what
Higher
we're talking
results.
about. And then he's also training Pawn now, remember, in Superhero.
Yep.
but I feel
And
like
he
in
trains Goten and Trunks in
Yeah.
Fusion.
but in
That's
Piccolo's
true.
regimen, I don't think like rest is in there, such as Roshi's. It's
Here's
just
the
like
thing.
work hard.
Piccolo puts up a front. But what does he do? He gives Gohan some apples.
Gives him an apple.
Yeah.
So
And his training with Gohan instilled a lifelong friendship that continues on forever. I don't think, like, looking at who our two people in A are. So for listeners, right now we've got S is Turtle Hermit, Whis, Son Gohan Grandpa. A, Kaio, Karin. B, Kami, Vegeta at the Vegeta line. And then the Poopy Gohan. And then D is Kaioshin. So if we look at who's in A, Kaio and Karin, right? I think Kaio has a good relationship with his trainee, Goku, but it doesn't even reflect. I think Piccolo has to be a level, an echelon above that. And I think at least bottom of S. I think he has to be in S.
it's exactly
Yeah.
where I have him, is bottom of S.
Yeah, he's a sensei that's still out there on the battlefields. So that gives him a lot.
All right. Crane Hermit.
D.
D.
He trained Tenshin on one of the best fighters out there that has his own dojo now. How dare you, Randy?
Yeah, I mean, this guy
He's
sucks. But
Right, horrible
But-
person.
in terms of like being down there with Kaioshin, I think he has to be at least C.
Yeah.
Like, because he was training for nefarious purposes, I can give you that, right? He was not embettering the lives of his students, but he was teaching them stuff. So I think he has
It's like what would you rate the sensei in Cobra Kai or the Karate Kid movies that was on the bad side? Still a good trainer, but not S tier because like Ken is saying, their lives are not enriched, but they learn some good shit.
Below or above Gohan? Poopy Gohan, as we started calling
Poopy
him.
Gohan. Well, in our current list, we got Gohan is in B, at the bottom of B.
Bottom
So
of B.
I would put Crane Hermit in C and leave him there to die.
Okay.
See, okay.
Leave him to-
Popo.
I think the Tensionon learns a lot more post
True.
this dude. So
And that's why he goes no higher. But if you look at where Kaioshin is,
Yeah.
he shouldn't be down there with Kaioshin. I agree. Crane Hermit, he's a piece of crap. But in terms of training, he actually did something.
yeah.
Popo.
Popo.
Top of B, above Kami.
Okay, so if we're going to ascribe all of Goku's abilities in the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai to Popo, right? Another step on the road
I'm
to
not saying
Ultra
that.
Instinct. You're not saying that. I'm saying that.
Okay.
Keep spitting.
I think Popo goes A. at least. I'm not saying S, and I know you said top of
Whoa.
B. So all I'm doing is trying to encourage you. Just give him a little nudge up to A.
Give him a little bump. That popo bump.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I have him above Kami is that I think that he is more engaged in the training with all of them
that we see
versus Kami. Right. So, I mean, if you as an author are choosing to show teaching somebody something and you spend more time with Popo, I think that you know that Popo is a better teacher.
Kami is the one that's like telling Popo, hey, teach him the shadow technique or whatever. Does that make Popo the better teacher?
Yes,
teacher?
because Kami knows the moves, but Popo knows how to teach those moves and educate somebody.
All right.
So I'm going to say bottom of A, or do you want to go above Kari?
Bottom of A?
Bottom of A, okay.
Do I put him above Kari? I don't know. I think an argument can be made, but I'm also okay with leaving him below the cat.
We'll just say they're together.
Okay.
Son Goku, who I would say he is as much of a trainer as he is a father. I think they almost go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So,
you're right, because I had him in B in this tier list as well.
Okay. Above or below the Vegeta line?
I had him above the Vegeta line. I put him above the Vegeta line because he trains Gohan, of course.
A lot better than Vegeta Trunks in the hyperbolic time chamber.
I don't know. I just feel that Goku does a little bit better of a job than Vegeta does.
But who all does Goku train? Is it just... I mean, technically he's training Broly right now.
Oob.
Of course, I should know that. But we don't see the fruits of that.
Abandons his family. Abandons his family for 5 to 10 years to hang out with this kid. This kid must rule.
Right. And then there's Gohan, of course.
He didn't even train Gohan that well. Gohan had to push Goku.
3 years. Gohan was trained under Goku and Piccolo jointly for 3 years.
I'm thinking about the Rubius Written Time. Like, Gohan had to edge Goku on. Like, you're too soft on me.
I mean, he was, because,
yeah,
he couldn't turn blonde. So, I'm not going to try to kill this kid in here. I'm not a doctor. There's no doctors in here.
Right. No, but then Gohan would never have transformed if it wasn't for Gohan edging him on.
Egging him on, Doug.
Yes, to say edging.
No, my interpretation.
Above or below Kami?
I put him below Kami, but I also wouldn't.
Kami.
Randy, you were saying?
I also wouldn't be against putting him above. I mean.
Okay. And Doug? Above or below Kami?
Below Kami is fine for me.
Below Kami?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
He doesn't train as many people.
Tenshin Han, who is the trainer in one of the worst episodes of Dragon Ball Super. His whole team...
He has that dojo.
But his whole dojo got mind wiped or whatever happened. You're now manually asking me to remember this episode of Dragon Ball Super.
Right. An episode
what about Dragon Ball Online? Is there any Kakarot stuff?
Right, Doug. The Dragon Ball Online thing, because I wanted to say, when that episode aired, I was like, oh, they remembered, because I believe in Online, they point out that he did start a dojo.
Yeah.
But unless I'm misremembering.
I mean, I guess the girl, Urine or whatever her name was, she hated Tenshin Han's guts. That's actually her name, right? Urine?
I don't remember, but you might be right. I just think that he should also have another people named Poo Poo.
Yeah,
but
that's Gohan. So
Gohan.
Tenshin Han got her to come back and join his dojo. Man, I don't think the apple falls very far from the tree. I think he's down with Crane Hermit.
Yikes. No way.
I would put him above just because he doesn't train people to
kill
murder and take live.
Wow, that's the bar. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, man.
It's Dragon Ball, man. The cultural reasoning, Doug, you see. Future Gohan, Randy, where'd you put him?
Whoa.
So I put him above Doo-Doo Gohan.
Okay.
Because he
Slander.
Only trains Trunks. Clearly doesn't know enough to figure out how to get this kid to become a Super Saiyan. and doesn't have the tools to push himself or Trunks further than where they are at that point when it's been...
talk about the tingle in his back that would turn him Super Saiyan easily.
13 years this kid's alone, basically, and doesn't really further his own strength very far. So, like,
you gotta forget, don't do 13 years, because a lot of those years, I don't think Gohan was training Trunks. I think
no, but I mean himself.
Yeah,
you know, he doesn't have any other teachers around, so like, he doesn't really have the tools to better himself. How can he really do a good job to better somebody else?
He doesn't have.
He was taught by Piccolo at that point.
He doesn't have the proper training vocabulary to impart much onto Gohan. When Gohan shows up and he destroys Frieza, it is mostly a byproduct of him going Super Saiyan, which is not something that Gohan had anything to do with other than dying. And if you talk about Trunks's, like, his sensibilities as a warrior, as a fighter... True. Then we go into the grade 2, grade 3 thing, where any of those other characters, Vegeta knew, Goku knew, not to use grade 3.
That's
and
true.
Trunks didn't know that. And so I think I would almost say we're below Doo-Doo Gohan. Because this guy failed at what he was doing.
Yeah, I mean, Doo-Doo Gohan has more years of teachers above him teaching him more than what future Gohan had. So he had more abilities to pick up those tools, those techniques to teach others. So yeah, it makes sense to put him below present timeline. Poo-poo Doo-Doo Gohan.
Elder Kaioshin.
You know, I had him right below Karien in A. So, because look, immediately, like, this dude wakes up from being in a coma for millions of years, and he's like, I'll help you out. And then, you know, granted, it's a lot of dancing and reading comic books, but, like, he's still doing something to train and prepare Gohan. And then he's always there. This just like Kaio showing up to dispense a device. Now, usually it's old man things like, oh, can't use the Dragon Balls. That's against the natural order. But, like, reminding these people that, like, maybe don't rely on this stuff too much, I think is a nice lesson.
Am I misremembering that he finished the ritual and then didn't say anything? And then he was like, oh, yeah, I finished that a while ago. Yeah. So I think
he was teaching Gohan patience.
Where did you have him, Randy?
I had him below Karien.
I think his ass goes in C with the other guys.
He was teaching Gohan patience. He was teaching Gohan about dramaticism, how to make a story better by waiting until the last minute to show up. About showmanship, Randy.
Can we put him above future Gohan?
We can put him. I'll say that. He at least did something.
And he also helps with Goku becoming Super Saiyan 4 by tugging out that tail.
That's true.
That's true.
Daikaio.
Sensei, though.
Okay, look, he didn't train Goku, just to go back. He didn't do anything to train Goku, but he did exchange his life for him. Granted, doesn't really matter. He gets to stay where he is and do everything that he was before. But, you know, he's selfless. Anyway, so Grand Kaio, is that what his name is?
Now, we will at some point review the Afterlife Tournament arc, because I'm really rusty on who exactly he trained.
Yeah, same.
Did he train Paikon?
Anything?
Did he? No. Did he?
No, because I think that's a different Kaio.
Did he train the Kaios? Is that what the implication is?
Yeah. So I would say let's assume he trained the Kaios. Where does that, does that do anything? Kaioshin in D.
I put him above him.
So in C.
I mean, I had him in C. He was right below Doo-Doo Gohan, but we've changed some stuff around.
So top of C, I think.
I would put him above Shen for Shen, whatever his name is. Crane Hermit. That's what it is.
Okay.
Really?
So below Tin
nothing
Shinhan.
About him. I'd put it with Kaioshin down in D.
Yeah. We're giving. Yeah, and I don't think. So okay. So here's the thing. We have all seen these episodes of Dragon Ball Z, and none of us can remember what the hell he did. So I think Doug might be right. That whatever he did is not memorable enough to leave him anywhere but D.
Yeah. And really, when you think about it, all these people that are there, they already know martial arts. They've been alive and dead for a long time. Like, how much are you really going to affect them? And if you didn't teach them anything specific, like, I don't think you're a very good teacher.
I
Still put
will
him above Kaioshin, though.
exactly, because we know Kaioshin didn't do a damn thing. Now we know that for a fact. Daikaio.
Now, okay, let's revisit Kaioshin real quick because Future Trunks.
He did train Future Trunks, right?
Future Trunks in Dragon Ball Super, he is
Taught him how to do
trained
this.
by Kaioshin.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And how did that all work
Granted,
out?
we don't know the ins and outs of that. Well, I mean, they beat Dabra and everything. They stopped Babidi, so like...
They all died except for Trunks.
Because he had such a good teacher.
It turned out so well.
Self-preservation is what they taught at the Kaioshin school.
Also, Beerus died because
only-
of that as well.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Real cosmic screw up there, Kaioshin. Good job.
All right, so for our listeners, here's the official We Got a Podcast rankings of the Dragon Ball Sensei, if you will. S, Turtle Hermit, Whis, Son Gohan, Grandpa, and Piccolo. A, Kaio, Karin, and Popo. B, Kami, Goku, Vegeta at the Vegeta line, Poo-Poo Doo-Doo Gohan, Elder Kaioshin, Future Poo-Poo Doo-Doo Gohan, C, Tenshinhan, Crane Hermit, D, Daikaio, and Kaioshin.
Nice.
I think we did it,
Official
fellas.
list. Yeah. This is uncontested.
Yeah, I
Yep,
think-
it's canon and everything.
Do not even leave a comment because we know we're right. We
No
don't need
need.
to hear it. Yeah. Positive comments
But
only.
please comment.
Just comment
Yes.
just with a thumbs up that you agree.
No negative comments.
I won't be taking negative comments at this time. I think we did a great job. I don't think there's any denying that. So I think that we've deserved a break. We can just relax a bit, but we can come back and listen to what you guys all had to say about some rankings and stuff. So we'll check you back in just a sec. Well, hello. Nice to see you here again. We're back. A dinosaur story. But instead of dinosaurs, we're here to hear what you guys had to say about senseis and the parents and all that. Ken is always manning the blue sky, putting out the question. It's an age-old debate. Who are the best parents in Dragon Ball and who are the worst? And we got a lot of really great takes here. So, Ken, why don't you take this first one from Lady Zeon?
Lady Zeon says the best parent is hands down Chi-Chi. I don't know why I said Chi-Chi
Correct.
like that, but yes, we agree. Yes,
Chi-Chi.
she's an over-the-top tiger mom, but she loves her children, will fight literally to protect them, gave Gohan a genius-level education, and though she isn't happy about it, she allows them to fight universe-threatening monsters. Chi-Chi is a stellar mom. As for mentors, it has to be the Muten Roshi. He cares deeply for his students, imparting life lessons into their training so that they'd always keep pushing to improve, but would also use that power responsibly long after they outgrew his teachings. Kami Sennin was the first and best. Wow, just totally nailed, spoiler,
Yeah.
our episode.
Yeah. Just turn this episode off, Lady Zeon. We'll just text you beforehand. I'm just like, don't even bother.
You did it.
You got it.
Didn't Chi-Chi hire one of those teachers that whips Gohan for getting answers
That's
wrong
anime
this
only. Let's not count.
Alright.
But once she learns, I don't think she's very happy about it.
No, yeah, she kicks his ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like,
We all
"Give me
make
the whip."
mistakes. I'll take this one here from Spirit Bomb. Share your story with me, who, the very same Kaiju, our buddy Russ, who says, I think Bulma, across all timelines, has to be the best mom. Sure, Chi-Chi is great, but because of Bulma's love, we effectively stop the androids, Cell, and Zamasu. I think King Cold is the best dad because he literally stops all evil enterprising to rebuild his son and join him on his conquest. I'm only slightly kidding. I think all the Saiyan dads are great in their own way. Goku, Gohan, and Vegeta each bring a brand of love I adore, but none of them are as petty as King Cold. As for Sensei, hard not to say Roshi, despite it meaning nothing in the long run. His near death in the Tournament of Power was very touching. I personally want to shout out Karin. While his tenure as Goku's master is brief, his teachings are invaluable, and he's always providing the miracle-inducing beans. And He's a cute little fat cat.
It's true. Well, he's fluffy. Is he actually fat? Do we know that for sure? Or is it just like a lot of fluff and he's like a tiny little thing inside?
Marin really likes to pet him. We know that.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
It is what it is.
Next, at Nexelian Buster, who I think is a first-time writer, Kudidin and 18 have to be the best. They kept their daughter so far away from all these world-threatening events that barely anyone even remembers her, unlike all the fighting maniacs. Then again, she seems to have some kind of weird stunted growth going on, so maybe they should see a doctor.
Maybe they do see a doctor, and that's why they kind of keep her away from all of this.
She got a nose.
Yeah, and that's not...
She got a nose job later.
It's not Kudidin and 18's fault. So, we'll let that slide.
Very true. But putting Kudidin and 18 up as the best, they were on our S tier. So next, you also don't have to listen to this episode, even though by this point you already have. So
why are you giving people passes on listening to the episode? Listen to the episode, please.
They're not fast forwarding here for spoilers. They've already listened. It's too late. We've already got their time and their ad dollars, which that's all that
Maybe I'll talk to
here.
you later about marketing and how telling our viewers not to bother watching.
Don't worry, you could be a great teacher on marketing, and I will be a bad student and not listen to anything. Papa HRF says, if you can tell me a better parental action than recreating your deceased child as a powerful robot programmed to destroy the individual who made your child deceased in the first place, I'd love to hear it. Garrow for best dad of the year.
Hell yeah.
Hey, man, we got you. We put him up there.
He's a B. He's above Gyumao.
But sorry, we put him a little bit lower.
Yeah.
But, we hear you, and we appreciate that.
Noah, a.k.a. Jello Shots, maybe not the best, but Vegeta deserves a Most Improved Parent award. He goes from totally ignoring future Trunks in the Cell arc to caring deeply for him in Super, and he loved Bra so much that he wanted her to have a Saiyan name to carry on her heritage. He even shaved his mustache for her in GT. P.S. I never thought I would get into figures, but Doug has inspired me, and I bought my first one ever on Amazon yesterday.
No.
A SH Figure Arts Super Saiyan God Goku. After I get a couple, I'll probably get some on Baiyi or JP fans.
That's awesome. Yeah, Amazon
Use
is a great
coupon
way to
code.
start. Yeah, sure. But still, Amazon, for the ones that are coming out now that are like $35, $38. That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
It's
That's how I got
awesome.
started, was those little Daima Goku and Vegetas that were like $35 a pop.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome, and I'm also so deeply sorry that you got sucked into this.
It's a journey that never ends. It just keeps going and going and going.
Yeah.
But you get to love those things. You can show them off to people. It's great. I love it.
Oh, yeah, you'll get to see my Moro, Randy, when you come. And my Super Saiyan
touch your
5
Moro?
Goku over here.
Can't wait to hurt my fingers on all those spiky things.
No, these aren't as bad as Doug's.
Yeah, this one hurts.
This one's painful.
Yeah,
Youch.
Doug and I have different super. Believe it or not, 2 different companies made Super Saiyan 5 Goku figure arts bootlegs, and I have one, and Doug has the other.
Black hole.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And our last one here from Softail Fox. I'm not sure if I'm late. Don't worry, we got you. But I gotta give Goku his time to shine here. Until Reddit shows up, he spends his time as a dad, completely abandoning his interests in favor of taking care of his family with the most love and care of anyone so far. And after that, most of his family abandonment is him either being dead due to sacrificing himself for his son, on the way to save his son, or deciding he is the problem and staying dead. The only time you could argue is iffy is him taking the long way back home from Namek, but come on, the guy needs a break and spend some time doing his hobby when it isn't forced by the plot. And unlike Chi-Chi or Vegeta, he is supporting of his son's autonomy. In the Cell arc, he trains him only because he believes Gohan wants to be a fighter. Also, Piccolo has no leg to stand on criticizing that. Goku is loving and lets Gohan live his life. He is genuinely a great dad.
Yeah, and I think for me, it was definitely the Goten of it all that brought Goku way down.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But I do love how they mentioned in the beginning, like how you're right, like when Gohan is first born and up until the whole Saiyan arc kicks off with Raditz, like he is just there to be a dad. He I'm sure he trains on the side himself but he's not forcing Gohan to do anything. He's like letting Chi-Chi and Gohan do their thing with a scholar and everything. But he's there. Brings them giant trees to cut for firewood.
That's true. Now, granted, it's anime only, but like, what was Goku doing while Gohan was, getting harassed by a tiger and then got lost that entire first episode?
Rite of passage for any Japanese kid back then.
It's a cultural thing.
Yes. Ask any Japanese person and they'll say, I remember when I was 4 and I had to,
I mean, honestly, back in the day, parents would let their kids just run outside and do whatever.
Yeah,
as long as they're back before supper.
Back in our day, it's when we were kids, it was like that.
Right.
But I don't think our parents were like, there's tigers out in them woods. Be safe. And then just left.
I don't know. You've never been to Texas.
This is, I've been.
That's true. Yeah.
He's going back. And he's going
to literally be here. I'm picking you up from the airport in 2 days.
By the time you're listening to this, I've already left there. So,
yeah. Did you guys mention that at all? I don't think during this episode you guys are mentioning what is happening with Texas.
We'll get to it at the end. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang it. It's Evangelion all over again.
We'll get to that. Don't worry. But with that, thanks, everybody. Thanks for chiming in. I think that we were on the same page a lot, if not entirely right on the same page.
Yeah.
We were hovering around it, or we at least saw your side.
Or we opened your eyes about Gohan.
And the poo-poo doo-doo job that he does.
Yeah.
On both ends.
What's the title of this podcast? Gohan. Is he problematic as a father?
Problematic or just poo-poo?
You decide. But what you don't get to decide is whether or not you get trivia. Because I got trivia for you both right here.
Mm-hmm. God, I thought it was over. I thought we were done.
Oh, no. You just got 5 little questions here from, of course, our trivia deity, Zenpai, who chimes in with these 5 questions. Number 1. Why did Goku pick up Pan from kindergarten in the very last chapter of the Dragon Ball Super manga? Very last current chapter.
So chapter 103.
Everything he asked.
Yeah, it's because he thought they were going to get bread. Which is, I believe, delivered as a joke.
Is that real? That's
right.
Awesome.
As punishment from Vegeta for having forgotten his own granddaughter's name, though the Japanese version is more permissive and makes it seem like he just might be wondering why Piccolo might go and pick up bread.
That's cute.
Yeah. There was a lot of controversy about that, Doug, at the point when we read these chapters. We'll go over it again, but a lot of people were upset thinking that Goku forgot who Pan was. And it's like, no, it's not that bad in actuality. No one would write Goku to be like that.
Especially Toritaro.
Yeah. Question number 2. What physical feature did Vegeta have as a child that he no longer does as an adult? Now, this is... I don't know.
In which continuity? Is he talking about the hairline? The bangs?
Yeah, I was thinking the hairline.
Bangs, as shown in the Bardock TV special. And yet, when we see him as a child in Battle of Gods, does he have
He has the bangs in Battle of Gods, but when they do it in Super, he is now missing them.
Oh, okay.
Mm. So,
but in Super Beerus,
history.
Super Beerus to be determined.
Who knows? Oh, man. Bring back Bang Vegeta.
But who would have made that decision for Super Beerus? Wouldn't have been Toriyama.
Son of a bitch, Ioku.
You're on thin ice, buddy. Question number 3. The book Gohan is holding in the very first episode of Dragon Ball Super says, Muzukashi Hon. What does this mean?
I believe this has already been a trivia question. Not that long ago.
Really?
But it's a difficult book.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Gohan loves his difficult book. It's his favorite, Top of the list on his Goodreads profile.
That's 3 for 3.
From the books that Chi-Chi gives him to pick from.
Number 4. Just in case Doug is having a hard time answering, I'm going to give him an opportunity to get this one right.
I was going to say a fourth question. It better be.
We got 5, man.
Oh.
All right. Is Kuririn's daughter's name spelled with 1 or 2 R's?
2.
Oh, no. It's 1.
Damn it.
Incorrect. It's 2. Maron with 1 R is the name of his girlfriend in the Garlic
Oh,
Jr.
that's
Killer
true.
arc.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Wait, did I just get it right then?
You did.
Oh, what the heck?
But that is a good question, because I'm like, is that right? Let me grab my Viz volume real quick.
It is true.
Well,
Randy's reaching again.
Let me grab my Chosenchu for it.
Let me grab my figure.
Yeah, is it going to
that
have
says
how many
Marin.
R's is written in English for how to spell Maron in the
Read out.
Chosen
It's gonna have L.
Kana. You read out for the kana.
Malon. What are you holding up, Randy? What does it say?
I'm holding up, this is Viz Big, Dragon Ball Z, Volume 9.
Oh, where it shows all the
Down
faces.
here in the corner. 2 R's. Maron.
Okay. I want points because when I opened this book, I opened straight to the page that it's
Of course,
on.
as you always do. How do you do that?
But yes,
yeah.
that would have...
The elongated
The two.
ma. And then Ron, yeah. So.
Let's go.
Well done. All right. Final question. Question number 5. How many lines does Maron have in the original Dragon Ball manga?
0.
Ken?
Yeah, 0.
Just 1. Wondering if her father would be all right fighting against the much bigger Punter. He was.
For some reason, I was thinking of the 28th tournament.
Yeah, me too. And this is when like Yamcha's like, "No, your father's a pretty strong
yeah,
guy."
That's
right?
20. Yeah, that lines up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
So that's it, you guys. Thank you to Trivia DD Senpai for these questions, and thank you all for responding. And you know what? If you're listening right now, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you
We
for
love
ignoring
that.
Randy and just listening to the whole episode as you should.
Again, they would be clairvoyant to know that I said that an hour and a half later. But thanks for listening. We love interacting with you and keeping you in the conversation about our favorite franchise in the world. You can keep us in your chats, whatever. You can post at us.
Keep us in your hearts.
Thoughts and
Keep
prayers.
us. Look. I mean, I'm flying to Texas.
What are you trying to
Who
say,
knows what's
Randy?
going to happen?
Yeah.
I'm saying that it's I'm thrown off my rhythm. I haven't talked to you guys in like 14 days, which is weird. I usually, we have more conversations than that. But you can post this on our Blue Sky. We're keeping it easy at wegottapodcast.com over there. Otherwise, you can throw us an email over at show@wegottapodcast.com.
Nice, and thank you to Rifti Beats for letting us use this track, Kakarot Theme Hip Hop Track Remix. You can find that track and other great music by Rifti on his SoundCloud. Ken, where can the people find you?
You can find me at detectivex.bsky.social.
And Randy?
You can find me at Randy. Nope, that's not right. It's just search Saberbreaker. It's Saberbreaker at wegottapodcast.com over on Blue Sky. What about you, Doug?
And you can find me at Jabaz Doug.
All right, so that as we're now nearing the end of the episode, I will see Randy in literally less than 48 hours. He will be here, and we'll be hanging out in person.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So we
So
will be
soon?
recording. We've talked about this many times, and a lot of you have already written in. So this is your like final chance. Show at wegottapodcast.com. Write in. Just there's something you want us to talk about. It's just going to be me and Randy. The plan is for
In
episode
person.
in person.
In
for
the
episode-
past, keep that in mind. You'll have to email
Yes.
us in the past because this episode will
Oh
be
yeah,
out
you're right. It's
long
over.
after.
Yeah, too
Randy,
late.
they're
You should've
clairvoyant,
been-
like you
you should've
said.
been
They
on the Blue
know not
Sky,
to
yeah.
listen, and then to also email.
Check in on Blue Sky. You messed up. That's why you got to be following us there.
You messed up.
You messed up.
You messed up just like poo poo doo doo go on.
So you can no longer write in, but still continue to write in because writing in, if we
Please
get
do.
enough, we might do another mailbag episode or some of those might become
Yeah.
full-fledged podcast episodes. You don't know. The idea, so this is episode 133. The next one for 134, Randy and I reading emails. And then the idea is if I can figure out how to do it the way that I think would work best, but either way, there will be some form of it. There will be a special Doug cut of the episode in which Doug watches the episode of me and Randy and then gives his commentary over it. So
Yeah, baby.
one-
The Doug cut. Who knows what I'll say?
Or one cut of the Doug. Let's try that.
Whoa, bringing it all back. That's how Randy does it.
So either way, we're double dipping and we're getting twice the content out of the next episode for 134. So look forward to that. I am done talking, and we'll catch you Matsunator.
Bye.
See ya.